Hello, hello! Welcome to the Creativeish Podcast, our new podcast. We're your host. I'm Kelly.
I'm Ariana. Ooh, so excited for our first episode. Wow. We've been talking about this for years now.
So long.
And today is the day that it finally comes to life.
Yay! So, who are these two girls and why did we decide to start a podcast? So, let's get into it. What was the inspiration for starting this podcast, Ariana?
Yeah, so we are a lover of podcasts. If you know us, you know. And we just wanted a place where we can have longer, deeper chats about what we're going through as creative entrepreneurs, creative people, and our struggles. So that is why we called the podcast Creativeish, because sometimes we do have those feelings of feeling like uninspired, feeling creative-ish, feeling like maybe I'm not enough, maybe I'm not good enough to do this, maybe I'm not good enough for that dream client. So that is what we have been through, and we thought that it'd be so cool to start a podcast where we can talk about these feelings, talk about how we can overcome them, talk about how to cultivate creativity and all the topics that we love, and just create a little community of creatives that are just passionate about being their best creative versions of themselves.
Yay! Yes. We're so excited for this podcast. And yeah, we don't ever want people to just stay in that creative-ish zone, you know?
Yeah.
We want them to evolve, and this is the place to be.
This is the place to be. So think about Creativeish as like the place you come for help, for inspo. It's like being Creativeish is like where you find yourself before you get that big idea, before the success, and before all of the great things. So it really is about the journey, and that's what we're here for. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what we hope you can get from this podcast. Some topics that we are going to be covering, just so you can get an idea and you can continue listening because this is your vibe. If this is your vibe, then keep listening. So we are, of course, going to be talking about cultivating creativity, how to deal with like feeling uninspired, the mindset and perspectives you need to like create a business online and grow that business. If you're not at that point yet where you don't even know what you want to do, good place to be. We can talk about how to find what lights you up, how to find your purpose.
Yeah, we'll also be talking about perfectionism and how we have different opinions about it, and all our juicy opinions. No. I mean, different opinions between us also. Yeah. So you can have two perspectives. We'll also be talking about being an entrepreneur in your early 20s. Ariana and I are 21. So it's really cool.
We're pretty fresh in our careers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even though we're fresh in our careers, we've had a business for 5 years. So,
yeah.
I feel like we have some insight that we can also give and some support to other young entrepreneurs.
Definitely.
And yeah, we also will be talking about how to set up systems for yourself, how to set up systems for your business, how to set up systems for your productivity.
Systems for being your best self every day.
We love systems. We love Notion. So most of our systems are related to Notion.
Yes. Notion. Sponsor us, please.
Okay. No, but for in all honesty, we really do love like Notion. I don't know why I need to say that so much, but yeah. We'll also be talking about discovering what you want to create. We'll also be talking about habits. We love habits. We love creating habits that work for you and that help you achieve your best version of yourself.
And letting go of habits that are not so good.
Yeah, and also habits to become your most creative self. So I think we'll also be talking about that.
Yeah, because I feel like I was there when I thought that creativity was just something that you were like born with, and some people were just more creative than others. I like when I was young, I didn't think that I was like a creative person, but I think that you grow into it, and creativity is mostly about like self-discipline. It's about learning. It's about exposing yourself to a lot of different information and bringing all of that together and doing something new. Like that is what creativity is. It's like bringing into existence something new, whether it is a business, an idea, a new way of doing things. So yeah, we just want you to like believe that you have it in you to be your best self and like create that thing that maybe you have no idea what that thing is going to be yet, but you are like prepared to bring it to life in the future.
For sure. Like Deepak Chopra says, creativity is not a skill, it's a mindset. So, you know, we just gotta keep that creativity. Yeah. And also me, I relate with that as well. I genuinely didn't consider myself a creative person. And I feel like being in this creative business and so much that you've taught me and things that I've learned online and by reading books, and really creativity is just that. It's a mindset, and you know, you cultivate your creativity, and it's also finding solutions to problems. It's, you know, creativity has so many faces, so I'm so glad we're doing this podcast.
Yes. All right, so yeah, that's kind of like what Creativeish is for us, what our goals are for the podcast, and what you can hopefully get from the podcast in future episodes. So yeah, like our main goal really is to create a community and for you guys to talk to us too, for you guys to also help us with whatever it is we're going through, and just to have conversations about it.
We just want to have a creative community.
We do.
We just want to meet other creative service providers, other creatives, like just a bunch of cool people. We're so excited to just open up conversations and, you know, talk about everybody's struggles and their wins and their tips and everything in between. So that's what I'm excited about.
So you're probably wondering who we are, why we're creatives, what creative work do we do. Although if you're probably listening to this, maybe you already follow us. But yeah, we have a business together. Should we introduce ourselves? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, Kelly.
Okay, so
this is Kelly.
Okay, so my name is Kelly, Santa Ella, and I live in Puerto Rico. We both do. I'm 21 years old, as I said before, and I'm a creative. I am a designer in our business, our studio, which if you came from Instagram, hey, or TikTok, nice to have you here. And yeah, I basically do a lot of things. I love all things like organization and stuff like that. What else do I like? I just love learning, genuinely. I love writing a little bit. I love to do all the things.
Kelly is such a multifaceted person. She really is.
Yeah.
She can go from cooking to writing copy to making websites. So, you know.
To photography also.
Oh, yes. Yes. She's taking all of our pictures. So
yeah.
She's pretty good.
And podcasts, I can do it. I'm kidding.
She's techie. She's everything.
Yeah. I have a high self-esteem in the business. High confidence.
You do, and you're just good at everything.
I feel like I'm good at everything
because you like,
but
have
not
a lot of
great at something.
Girl, shut up. What do you mean?
No. Like I feel like I'm good at like a lot of little things. That's how I feel.
Okay, but you're like really good at learning, getting deep into a subject.
Yeah,
and dominating.
I get obsessed. Yeah. I get obsessed.
She does.
Yeah.
All right. So me, my name is Ariana. Most people call me Ari. I feel like that's a more friendlier version because Ariana just feels like so strong and so like when people call me Ariana, I feel like they're gonna tell me something bad. So I prefer like Addie.
She gets a little intimidated.
I do. I get like my flight or flight creeps up.
Your fight or flight.
Yeah. So yeah, that's me. I am a graphic designer, website designer, and yeah,
Branding expert.
branding expert. My mission is to create beautiful brands and beautiful websites for people like me, people that are in the service industry, that are online entrepreneurs and such. And yeah, I am also a very organized person. I live in Notion, and yeah, I'm very type A. So I'm very like, I do have perfectionist tendencies, but I feel like every designer does. That's just part of it. But I am also like very laid back and chill. So that's me. I think you'll get a feel of that in the podcast.
And yeah, we basically met in high school, and we've been inseparable ever since. So yeah, can you tell us a little bit more about how we met?
Yes. We met in high school. We actually met in 7th grade, but Kelly has no memory or recollection
No memory
of meeting me, even though I have such a clear memory of meeting her face to face.
I
In
don't
7th
remember
grade.
that at all.
But whatever. Then Kelly moved to another school, and then she came back in
11th grade.
11th grade.
Yeah.
Was it 11th?
Yeah, in
Okay.
11th grade.
And we just clicked. I have
Yeah.
never clicked like this with anyone in my life. It's like Kelly was meant to be for me, and we just have such a great bond. So we met when we were 16, but we actually met when we were 12, but like Kelly doesn't remember.
15. We were 15.
15.
When we met.
Yeah. And yeah, kind of like fell in love
Yeah.
in the early days.
We fell in love 4 months later.
4
and
months later.
we started our relationship. 5 years strong.
Yes.
So yeah, basically we bonded over things that weren't very common. We were both vegetarians. That was
Yeah.
basically the thing. I was like, wow, this girl is vegetarian. And I feel like we were both more active on social media. I feel like I don't know, we like followed each other on social media. Addie didn't follow me officially, but you know, Addie had such a great aesthetic. You know, she's always been like this. Like she's always been like this. This is just part of her spirit. She just likes having cohesive things, I guess. But before it was a little more hippie-ish, you know.
Yeah.
You know, more boho.
Our boho face.
Yeah. But anyway, she had such a great energy. She's a Leo, and I was just so attracted to her and her energy, and you know, just such good energy, honestly. I don't know what else to say.
Thank you. That's so sweet of you. But yeah, so we fell in love. We started a relationship, and we would get together and just talk about our dreams. We had like this black notebook where we would
Yeah.
write everything that we wanted to do in the future. And yeah, then we started a small business.
Yeah.
Was it
Was
it senior year?
It was our senior year, yeah. It was a soap business because we were also in our zero waste phase. So we really wanted to create products that were for people kind of our age or a little bit like early 20s too.
A cool soap brand.
Yeah, a cool soap brand, because at the time, like the ones that were local to us just felt a little older, a little more mature, and we just wanted something more refreshing. No, I mean it. Like I just wanted something more younger that felt more lively.
Yeah. So when we started that business, I feel like that's when like
Something clicked
in us that we were very like our entrepreneurial spirit lit up, and we were finding ourselves, of course, doing everything in the business, from social media to like doing the branding to doing the website to customer support. So basically we were like very spread out, and we found like what were our strengths in the business. For me, I would handle more of like the aesthetics, so more of like the graphic design, the pictures, and Kelly like
Operations manager. That's what I did.
Kelly's a boss.
Yeah. As the CEO and the VP of operations. We didn't have employees. We were only us two.
Yeah.
But you know, we create organizational charts for both
us.
our business. So yeah.
Yeah, so when I did like the branding for that business, I was like, wow, I really like doing this.
Yeah.
Maybe I could do this in the
Full
future.
time.
Like I see potential in me.
Yeah.
And like we did have some background in graphic design because we did take a graphic design course in high school.
Yeah.
Kelly was actually like, she always says
I was
this.
better.
She was better than me. I hated that class in the beginning.
She hated it.
I just hated the teacher.
Oh my god, that's very strong.
I mean, it's just that at the beginning, I didn't even know what graphic design was. So when I got there and we were like doing stuff in Adobe Illustrator, I was like, what is this? I don't like spending time in the computer. This is not me. Which is like so crazy because then just a few months later, I loved it.
Yeah.
And I got so good at it. And
Yeah, I
That
always
was my
say
thing.
this. I feel like in another multiverse universe, I would be the one. I could still brand design, but I just don't like it that much. I feel like
Yeah.
website design is where I can thrive. Like I love layouts. I just love them.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's how we got started learning about graphic
Yeah.
design. And yeah, when we finished that class, the teacher pulled me out and she's like, you know, you can do this for a living. You know, you're so good.
You're so talented.
And that boosted my ego so hard.
Yeah.
And then I just started like doing graphic design things for Kelly's family or like for myself. Like I would do self-portraits, digital self-portraits and all that. So that's kind of like how it all got started. And yeah, we fast forward a few years later of still running that soap business. We kind of like lost the spark.
Yeah, we ran the soap business for like three. I mean, it's still going technically. Like you can still buy from the shop, but we're not actively like producing a lot of products. But yeah, we ran the soap shop like very actively, very heavily for like 4 years. This is the 5th year, basically. And yeah, there was just, I think it was like the operations side, and it was just like heavy.
It was a lot for us
Yeah.
because in the last 2 years or so, we were also in college. So it was just like a lot for us.
Yeah, I think we just got burnt out. But I feel like if the opportunity comes somewhere in the future, like that we can have like a factory or something, you know, I don't know, like a team or something, like maybe we can bring it back. But I feel really proud of that business. I feel so proud of what we built. I just love also the community that we built over there. It was so nice. A lot of people who were into the zero waste movement.
So many nice memories with that business. I really do think that it's not gonna die. Someday, like we'll bring it back somehow. It's
That's
called
how I feel.
Botanica Jaonada, by the way. Check out our Instagram.
But yeah, so that's how we started our entrepreneurial journey. And in basically 2020, I didn't. Ariana started our studio. The pandemic was also something that was also like the second click in our life where we discovered online courses and all that stuff. But yeah, let me rewind a little. Before, Ariana didn't even want to do branding, but I could see her potential. So like the Christmas before the pandemic started, I gifted her a online course about logo design by Chris Do, the Future Academy. We highly recommend the course. It's really good. And she was just kind of mad about it. She was just like, why did you get me this course? I told you I didn't want to do logos. And I was like, just give it a chance. And then, like, what, March, 3 months later, when the pandemic started, she was working at also a branding agency, but as a social media person. And
I was in that environment because before the pandemic started, I took an internship in this branding agency that like I really admired, and I interviewed for an internship there and I got it. And I was at that point, I had too much on my plate because I was also a social media manager
at West Elm
and a real job.
Yeah.
And I was also studying, finishing my marketing degree, plus also like Botanica. And that internship. That was a lot. But I learned so much in that internship that I got to see like what a branding agency does. And I feel like being there really opened my eyes to like what I could do in the future. And then the pandemic started. I finished my internship there and started Aria Studio in June. And that's kind of like the beginning of it all.
Yeah. But you started like soft launching in March because you started to do like little client works. Yeah, no, I know the story a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But yeah, so officially Aria Studio launched. And what were you doing after Aria Studio launched?
At that point, honestly, it went pretty well. Like we got a few clients from the back. It wasn't like we heard crickets.
Yeah, because we had the network of people that had seen what we had done with Botanica, and we had a lot of business owners in our network that reached out to us and, well, to you first. And you know, we really created like...
Yeah, and I also like did this strategy of doing a lot of fake projects and posting them on Instagram just so that people get a feel of like what type of projects I wanted to do and what was my style. Back then, I really don't resonate with what I was doing back then. It was so like... boho-y, cutesy, very like...
But you know, you evolve.
It was the beginnings. We all have beginnings, you know?
Yeah.
We evolve.
Yeah. The posts are still there. Like, it's not like you're ashamed of them. Like, they're part of your process.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And it just shows how much you can grow.
It does. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how we started our business and what we do now.
Yeah. And
so Kelly she didn't start the business with me. She was still like running the other business, Botanica Jamonada. So
yeah. And at that point of the business, I remember that both businesses were going good. Like I joined in on Aria Studio more to help with the operations side of things because I'm an operations manager, as I said. I'm kidding. But yeah, you know, with the more admin side, because it was just getting to a lot, and Ari wasn't even being able to focus on client work because she had to answer so many emails and so much like admin stuff. So I decided to come in and help her with that. And at that point, I was still working with the other business, plus we were still working on our marketing degree. And at that point, we even hired help for the other business, and we got a huge deal to work with a huge brand here in Puerto Rico. And yeah, we fulfilled that order. And then
that's kind of like we ran the sprint, and then we kind of like
after that we hit a little bit of burnout. And it was really tough. But yeah, after that we picked ourselves back up and we got to business and and we are still working on our studio, and you know.
So that's our story. should we do? I wanted to do like some rapid fire just so that you guys can like get to know us better. Just some silly little questions.
Some silly questions.
Kelly, what's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink, I love a good iced cashew milk latte. Iced latte. Did I say iced?
Yeah.
Okay. Iced cashew
Iced.
milk ice.
We never drink hot coffee.
Cashew milk iced
Who the
latte.
fuck drinks hot coffee these days? Plus,
Adi.
we live, where we live, it's literally like 95 degrees every day.
Yeah.
So my mom drinks hot coffee every day, and I just don't know how she does it, honestly.
Just I feel like I'm always hot.
Yeah, literally, we're always sweating. But it is what it is.
We're always sweating.
Always.
No, it's just really, really hot here in Puerto
It's
Rico.
the island life.
Yeah. We're island gals.
Island girls.
Yeah. So what's your
My favorite drink?
favorite drink?
Kombucha.
Kombucha?
Yeah.
A particular brand.
Kombucha.
Yeah.
The mango passion fruit one.
Yeah, mango passion fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, fun fact, we have a wine fridge in our apartment, but we actually don't drink alcohol. So we fill the fridge up with kombucha because, it's fun.
Just a little quirky thing we do.
Yeah, little fun fact. So, Addie, what is the most productive time of day for you?
I think in the mornings.
The mornings?
Yeah. I've recently become more of a morning person since because we started working out, guys. And it's kind of like a big deal in our lives. I hate to be that person, but we are on our fitness journey, okay?
Our fitness
We
era.
have a trainer and we work out a few times a week.
3 times a week.
3 times a week.
Yeah.
So because now I have like a consistent schedule because we have to meet her in the mornings.
Yeah.
So we wake up at like 7, and now my mornings are just like have a more flow to them because I have like scheduled things that I like to do in the mornings. Like I just feel like I'm more intentional because I have the accountability of somebody waiting for me in the mornings. So yeah, I like my mornings now.
Okay.
What about you?
Look, I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I don't know what's the most productive time of day for me. This is a really hard question for me. I work in sprints. Like I could have 2 days of the week where I get 100% of my work done, and I can have 2 days of the week that I'm a sloth. So I don't know. That's just my energy. Because I don't know, it can be. Sometimes I feel like the entire day I'm going like I'm a sloth, and then at 5 p.m. it picks up, and I'm the most productive self. So I genuinely don't know. I don't know what, but to say an answer, I feel like it's in the afternoon after I eat.
Yeah, because Kelly kind of needs to like rest after our workouts, so she just shuts down.
I shut
Women.
down.
And she picks back up in the
Evening.
in the evening. But that's so fun that we get the flexibility to do that.
Yeah.
Because we work for ourselves.
Uh-huh.
We just get to choose when we're the most productive and work on that time instead of like having a schedule,
Exactly.
Favorite dessert?
My favorite dessert?
Yeah.
Okay. This is also a hard question. Oh, I know what's my favorite dessert. It's not even a question. It's not that hard. I love these chocolate chip cookies and brownies from one of my friends. Her name's Earthy Choice. Best brownies and chocolate chip cookies in the world.
In the world, and we can say that confidently.
Confidently.
We went to Paris recently, and honestly, nothing compares.
Her desserts are the best.
The best.
Yeah. And after that, I would say the chocolate ice cream with peanuts and caramel. I don't know. I'm loving that combination at the moment. What about you?
Yeah, chocolate chips are my thing. Chocolate chip cookies, I mean. And chocolate cake. That's it.
Yeah. Also, the desserts I've mentioned, that account is vegan. Also.
Oh, yeah.
So the best chocolate chips cookies and the best brownies, comparing it with conventional chocolate chip cookies and brownies. She's the best. She's
the best. And also the ice cream that Kelly mentioned, we have to shout them out. Via Lactea,
Yeah.
their ice cream shop here in Puerto Rico, the best. They have a vegan side to the shop, and they also do like regular ice cream. But yeah.
Yep. We love it. So, what's our human design? And astrological signs? We'll just get into that.
I mean, we're not deep into these topics, but we like to fiddle. We like to fiddle and get to know, like...
We like to self-test ourselves into this. Well, your astrological sign is not a test, but like the human design one, it's not a test either because it's like based on your chart.
It's based on your birthday.
Yeah, they're both based on your birthday, but they're kind of accurate with us, I feel.
Well, my astrological, I don't know if it's that accurate. Okay, I'm a Leo.
Yeah. So Ariana's a Leo and I'm a Sagittarius, so fire. So much fire in us. So if you're compatible with Sagittarius, Leo, fire signs, you know where to find us. And our human design, I'm a manifesting generator.
And I'm a projector.
So basically, I create that energy and I just shoot it at Ariana.
So this is how it looks like. Kelly is like all over the place, has so many ideas, and she can bring a lot of ideas to life, but she needs me. Like Kelly's the water, and I am the cup. I give structure to the ideas. I guide her into how is the best way to bring those ideas to life. That's basically like what the projectors are. They lead, they guide, they project.
They're leaders, and I feel like Ariana's a natural born leader because Leos are also good leaders. I was reading about that. So.
I feel like I'm a good leader in this relationship, but if you put me in a group, I will be silent. I will be silent. I will not say a word.
But I feel, okay, I feel like you still have Leo qualities. Like maybe you're not like the stereotypical Leo, but I feel like you have Leo qualities. What do you think about me? Am I like a stereotypical Sagittarius?
I don't know any other Sagittarius. I don't know.
I don't know any other Sagittarius. Okay. Anyway,
I feel like Leos are just portrayed as very like vain, like they're obsessed with themselves,
and you're not.
Like a lot of confidence. I have my days, but like that's just not me on the regular,
Okay. I get it. So yeah.
Yeah.
And
the last one.
Yeah, and the last
question
is, how would you describe me in 3 words?
Oh my God. I didn't think about this. I'm so unprepared. But okay, I'll just say what comes up. Energy.
That's right.
Food.
I'm kidding.
Bubbly. Happy.
That's it. 3 words.
Okay.
She said 4. I'm kidding. Okay.
I describe you as food.
As food. What?
A good cook.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good. I would describe you as intuitive.
Really?
No? Okay.
Yeah? I mean, why?
I feel like you're intuitive.
Why?
I feel like you're very in tune with your body. And like you're always like thinking like how to make yourself better in the mind. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I just see you like as an intuitive person.
I'm always like into personal growth stuff.
Me too. Yeah. But I feel like I don't know. There's just something about you that I would describe you as intuitive.
Okay. That's nice. Okay.
Second, funny. She's so
You
funny.
think I'm funny?
I think you're funny. I think,
Oh my gosh.
you know, a lot of people don't know this about Ari because she doesn't show this version of her. And that's why I really want people to get to know her the way I know her, you know, because she's genuinely so funny. I mean, she does these accents and she just, like, I don't know, the way she conducts herself is so funny. So I just love that about her.
We're funny together.
We're funny together,
such a
too.
Funny duo.
Yeah, we're just people who say they're funny. Who else is saying it? No one.
Yeah,
I'm
no
kidding. I'm kidding.
Literally, no one has ever said I'm funny.
I mean, I've had people who've said I'm funny. I mean, people have said we're funny. I can tell you off air.
Okay.
People have said that we're funny.
Anyway, my third word.
Your third word is, I feel like you're very stylish.
What?
Yes, I feel like you have good style. I feel like you do. I feel like if you had more budget for clothing,
That's what I was
that's not
gonna
a
say.
limiting belief, but I feel like the things that you do buy and you do wear, they look good on you, and like you know how to style yourself. So I feel like you're very stylish, and that's something that I love. That I feel like I strive to look like, not look like you, but like, you know, like have that sense of style that you have. I really like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You've never said that to me. Like that.
Like that.
But I know you like my style. I know you want to copy. That's my shirt.
Ari, don't be like that. Anyway.
All right. Now, we wanted to do a little segment. Current favorites.
So, current favorites, we also sent this out to our newsletter of Aria Studio. Current favorites, Ali Abdal and his podcast. He's always been a favorite since 2020, but I don't know, I'm loving his podcast recently, his video podcast. It's so good. It's so good. The guests he's having on, I just love it.
Yeah, his last episode with Tiago Forte.
Yeah.
And
And the
then-
Morning Brew founder.
Yeah, that episode is titled
How
Like
he sold
selling
like 75 million at 28.
Yeah, but it's not really about the money or anything. Like that
No.
episode is so good, and they get into some deep stuff. So, highly recommend.
I loved it. I loved it.
I loved it.
I love Ali Abdal.
Ali Abdal.
Our second favorite, this one's a little funny, but we bought a dog stroller because I don't know why we bought one, because we just wanted to be
I know why
posh.
we bought one.
Just kidding.
Okay, so we have a little doggy. Her name is Nana, and she is very anxious, nervous. She has attachment issues with us, so she can't be left alone. So since she's always coming with us on our walks and stuff, well, we decided to get a stroller
Yeah.
to like take her to places.
Yeah. Because she just,
Take her to the mall and stuff.
sure. I don't want to do that.
It's very embarrassing. I feel
Yeah.
so embarrassing walking around with a fucking dog on a stroller. But it's just efficient for us. She doesn't get her paws dirty.
Yeah.
And she's just chill in her little thingy. So it's good.
Yeah. You know, it's just something we're doing now. We're just one of these people now.
We're one of those people.
One of those people. So if you see us,
Please don't judge.
don't judge.
You don't know our circumstances, so don't judge.
Okay. So, and what's our last favorite?
I've also really been loving the Emotional Entrepreneurial Podcast. I love her episodes lately. Check it out.
So yeah, those are our favorites, and that was our first episode of the Creativeish Podcast. So thank you so much for listening.
If you listened this far, send us
A DM.
Send us a
something.
DM. Or if you don't want to say anything, just send us a wink emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just, subscribe, comment, leave us a review.
Yeah,
I
keep
don't know.
in touch. We want to get to know you too. Who are you? Where are you from? Where are you listening? Tell
Yeah.
us.
So that was the podcast. Bye.
Bye.